everyone, and welcome to another crawler build video. Now, really quickly, I'd like to apologize. I know that I was supposed to put out this video last week. Things went a bit haywire on my end. I'll just put it that way. School kind of got in my way because it was the very last week of the summer semester, and well, I kind of just needed to batten down all hatches, if you will, and just get it done with. So I'm very sorry about that. I also didn't think I had enough footage for a full video, to be quite honest. And I kind of... that was also part of my reasoning for kind of pushing it back to this week. And I'm sorry I didn't let you guys know beforehand. I tried to, but apparently YouTube won't let me post out or make like messages or posts out stuff to my subscribers without me putting up a video. So I am very sorry about that, because I really don't like leaving you guys in the dark. Mostly because I've done that way too many times in the past, and I just feel god-awful about it. Though that being said, it did give me some time to do some work. So, speaking of said work, let's get straight into it. Now, I think that's a bit too loud. There we go. It's still about too loud. There we go. So, to kind of start out with, first of all, we are back at unit, I think I called it 1RC, I think. I'll just verify on that. 1RS, sorry, my bad. This is unit 1RS, the one that I was working in the previous video. And we're just going to start kind of building on this so that we can kind of get a better idea on what exactly crew life is like on the crawler. And this was actually my first time I've built furniture, like non-usual furniture, so it was a bit of an interesting experience for me. So I will catch you guys back once this room is a bit more done, and I'll kind of explain what's going on. Alright, so this is my first time really trying, like, thinking about how exactly to make voxel workout. Well, I mean, workout equipment. Sorry, my brain just died halfway through that sentence. Workout equipment, and it was a bit of an interesting experience, because, I mean, again, this is the first time I've really spent trying to figure out how exactly one makes workout equipment in Stormworks like this. So it was a bit of an interesting experience. So yes, there you would have workout equipment on the crawler. There's going to be probably maybe about 3 gyms. This is just one of them, and they probably will have different equipment across the entire ship. I just could not for life of me think of how exactly to build some of the other equipment in this specific situation. I will take a look at how some other people have built it, because I know that other people have built better exercise equipment than I have. So, you know what they say, shoulder of giants, I suppose. So, I will take a look at what some other people have built and kind of go from there and figure out what all I need to do in order to add on some extra equipment. For those of you that do use some of that equipment, you may have noticed that there is a massive dumbbell or a massive weight in the back that I put in. That is a joke weight. That's there as part of a joke, and I'll kind of explain that when we get into the live footage. So, and this is an experiment of mine, and it's a bit of an interesting one. I never really thought about how to do this, but how do you do a multiple section or multiple build elevator? Elevator. Well, you do kind of what I did, I suppose. And this is just figuring out how to do some door control stuff that's just really easy to set up that I can just reuse in multiple places. So eventually I figured out to use those guides and to also use the merge block, like the big merge block, and to use that to input or to get data across that divide, if you will. So now I'll kind of let this go on for a bit longer, and then I will come back. Now, for those of you that are looking at this and trying to figure out what in the world I'm building, this is supposed to be a AC, an air conditioning unit. Now, I'm aware it looks kind of stupid. I have never built an AC unit in Stormworks before, and this is kind of what happened. What I'm, what it's connected to, though, is it's connected to a refrigeration unit. And for those of you that remember from the previous episode, I built kind of like almost a staff room for like eating, like a small calf area for staff. And this is essentially the AC or the walk-in cooler that is for that specific room, and it's actually intended for a small bit more, and I'll kind of cover that in just a few moments. But as you can see, I kind of put in essentially what's supposed to be an AC, and it does theoretically work. I don't know if Stormworks allows for you to cool down rooms using that technique, but I mean, it theoretically works. I mean, it's essentially how a actual like walk-in cooler theoretically would work. Mind you, I don't do that kind of work, but I've been watching a lot of like repair videos for cooling systems, and it just made me think, oh, I'll go put that in there. So that's kind of why I put it there. And yes, I originally used the jet engine ducting, and I thought it looked cool, but it doesn't. It's not economically feasible or visibly feasible for it to work. So I just decided to not do it. And this is when I started to realize that I don't actually have a way to get up and down between the floors. So I went ahead and put a staircase in this back kind of corner. There will obviously be many ways of getting from the various units, but this is just from the various floors between the units, and this is just one of the many. So I also started to build some more behind the scenes stuff, and this is actually behind the scenes for even the crew. This is the one of like the maintenance areas, I suppose you could say, for even like the crew members. So it's you only go in there if you're like signed off to go in there, if you will, like that kind of stuff. So it's part of the same system actually for you can see that there's like a back area for the elevator. That's also kind of the same idea, as just you don't go there unless you're signed off to. And I was thinking about what all what all would actually be in here in real life. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's just for show, but I want all of it to be there for a reason. What is the story behind why it's there? And I was thinking about this, and I realized that HVAC systems or AC systems require coolant, and there's a lot of different types of coolant that you can find and that kind of stuff. But you would also want on board somewhere liquid oxygen. And I know that that's like hella dangerous for multiple reasons. But when you're in a compressed system like this, like a closed circuit system like this, you would want that in there because you use O2 for a lot of things. And the best way of storing it is as essentially cold O2. And this is essentially a way of kind of that control panel there is mostly as a way of evacuating the system of liquid, and it's supposed to be like a high pressure cold system. So this is like something that imagine almost like nitrogen, or not like liquid nitrogen is, that you get like practically frostbite as soon as you touch it. So that's essentially what this is. And I know it's not totally realistic, but it is something you would likely find on a ship of this size. So, and you would obviously have some protection barriers against stupid people. Even people that are signed off are stupid sometimes. You would have a sign off for that. So, and there you go. And as I may have mentioned, that's a walk-in cooler. So what exactly is back there? It's actually part of a bigger kitchen that serves not only that room, but also the main dining room. For those of you that have designed cruise ships, or those of you that have want to start designing cruise ships, or have ever been on a cruise ship, you know that, or should know that, the main dining room should always be in the back. And the reason why is because it offers the best views, in my opinion. I don't know why it's normally not in the front, because I would think that you would also get some really awesome views in the front as well, but you typically will find it actually in the back. And I'm sure there's a very specific reason for that. It probably has to do with like weight balance or something. I don't know. It probably is because at the front of the ship is typically a theater, and you want patrons to be looking forward if you're watching something like that, because you can't actually visibly see the horizon line. So it's kind of a way of kind of dealing with that. I think that's the reason why. I don't know. If you know the exact reason why, feel free to correct me. I love finding out this stuff. I don't know. But long story short, this is one of two kitchens that serves the main dining room. And that's kind of what I'm starting to build right now. There's one in this unit and one on the mirrored unit. So what was it? 1R. It's 1RP, I think, is actually what it's supposed to be. Oh, did I flip them? Yeah, this one's supposed to be 1RP, the other's supposed to be 1RS, my bad. Port and starboard, before you ask. And I realized that there's tires in the game, so I went ahead and put some in here as well. So, yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that when I was doing it, but essentially you're going to have two kitchens on either side. They would have a way of talking with each other, way of connecting, like communicating with each other, and they would probably be big kitchens. I've been on I got to see the kitchen on one of the Disney line cruise ships. It's for a dining room, like a main dining hall that big. It's actually surprisingly small, but there are many kitchens that serve the smaller restaurants as well. So even the main dining room has separate kitchens, it isn't like the one all be all, if you will. So it doesn't make sense for it to be like that here as well. So that's why you'll only see one here. This is when I realized my stupidity. Around this time is that I have built a giant place for people to sleep and change clothing. Nowhere to go to the bathroom or shower, though. So yeah, this is kind of me saying, oh, I need to fix this pronto. So yeah. And I will catch you guys probably at the end of the time lapse, because I think this is the last thing in the time lapse. So see you guys there. Alrighty, everyone. Woo, that's weird. Welcome to Stormworks. Welcome to the live feed, I suppose. This is currently, I'm not going to change it because it's kind of too late at this point, but this is Unit 1RS. Oh, I missed a place right here. Whoops-a-daisies. So as you can see, we're starting to actually get some actual proper floor layouts here. It's kind of surprising, actually. So this back area here, I envisioned this being a pantry in all actuality, with these automatic doors going straight into the, okay dokie, there we go, going into the kind of dining area for staff members. And again, there's going to be a couple of these across the ship. This is the main sub kitchen, if you will, for here. And again, there will be a way of, excuse me, good lord, there would be a way of getting to the main dining room and then to the other main kitchen from here, or the other sub kitchen, I suppose, from here. And again, this is our lovely jubbly, there we go, lovely jubbly elevator that goes between the various the two units, this one and then 2RC, which will be right on top of this. And they'll use a connector system, as you can see here, and that should actually work because that allows the data to flow back and forth between the carriage car of floor select and also the main controller, which will be on the upper one, because you can't really easily send data back and forth. It's not economically feasible to have the main controller on this unit because there's more doors on the second floor. So it makes sense for there to be a better selector for that as well. So, and then here's the floor indicator, lights to indicate for call. Here is the big old, I say big old, but it's actually kind of a smaller sized exercise room. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these right here, I designed, like, halfway through, I realized, oh, wait, no, those don't make any sense. Those are way too big for anything like this. And I thought about it, and I realized something very crucial, which is that there are, you'll find this in every profession, essentially, is, like, joke tasks, if you will. Like go get a so-and-such clamp, or go get some extra headlight fluid or stuff like that. And I was thinking about it, and I realized these guys are hella buff, correct? What if they, as a team, as everybody that's currently on board, made a joke of having these massive weights and put them on top, put them on one of the lifting racks and say, by the end of this cruise, you should be able to do this, and then just lift it like completely and totally without any problem, and make it look like they're hella heavy. The joke is that they're actually made out of like really lightweight rubber. Is what they're actually going to be? Is that they're just these giant fake barbells, or I keep saying barbells, giant fake weights, and it's supposed to just be a joke, making it seem like everybody is hella buff and hella strong, when in actuality these are just fake. So that was kind of the idea behind that, and I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know if it's actually going to be funny, if it would actually be funny, but I mean, it's just something there. It's mostly a joke. Here is the beginnings of the bathroom. I didn't have time to look up how to make a actual toilet by the time of recording this. I will have toilets installed by then, though. This also serves as a as kind of a shower area, and I should probably elaborate on that. The showers are segregated, the bathrooms are not. And I'm going to actually like make these proper doors as well. But the shower areas are segregated, the actual stall, like the bathroom and the sinks, are not. I don't know if that's actually true to cruise ships, because I've never gotten to see the inside of a crew cabin before, like where the bathroom actually would be for that. So I would imagine that they would be kind of shared between the genders. It's just easier to manage space that way. Now, there probably would be more stalls than this, and probably am going to like have double back these, so there's also stalls on this side. So there'd be probably about 9 stalls in total, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe. If I can fit one in here, I'll put one in there. I don't know if I'll be able to. I might need to kind of fudge it a small bit. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fudge that. But essentially, that's what these all are. They're the bathroom stalls, and then the showers are probably gonna be separated right about maybe about here-ish. Males here and females here, or females here and males here. I'm not sure totally of where stuff would be. There, this is also going to get a lot of furniture in it very soon. I'm actually going to be using. I'm going to double check. I think so. Lorgs is an inspiration to me. Lorgs, who for those of you that don't know much about Stormworks, Lorgs is a content creator that does really technologically, I wouldn't say advanced, but like there's a lot of microcontrollers and a lot of monitors and controls via monitors. But he's also really good at interior design. And I'm going to he so, okay, I should be careful saying that. I don't know if Lords is a he. They're probably a he, but I don't want to assume their gender, so I'll just start saying they because I just realized that because I'm an absolute idiot. They have been putting out. They recently put out a furniture pack that they use. So I will be looking into that, and I think that there's a couple of burners in there, and I'll probably use that and kind of extend it to be like a proper stovetop. Uh, Credit to Lorgs, obviously, but that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So that's that. The lower section is pretty much done actually at this point, in my opinion. I'm probably gonna have to do something about this area right here because it's kind of stupid looking. But I think actually the bottom area is mostly done for now. I probably need to put in some stuff here, but we're actually getting closer to finishing up this section or this unit. So once we do that, it'll be probably dining room time, which will be an interesting challenge because that's a lot of seats to figure out. Excuse me, I keep burping. I am so sorry, folks. Um, so that'll be fun. But until next time, I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you guys are doing well and everything going on. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, if you did, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even a comment so that I can hear your guys' thoughts. Because this is technically a community build. I know nobody's really contributed to it yet. But that doesn't mean that you guys need to be silent. You can jolly well shout to the heavens and let me know what your thoughts are, because honestly, this should be as much of your build as it is mine, in my opinion. So, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one, and to make sure you guys are notified for when the next one comes out, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon right next to it so that you get notified when I post out that new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!